This show is supported by you. Stick around till the break to hear more about that. Welcome to Radio Cup A Go for... No, just do the normal one. Okay. This is Cup A Go for August 23rd, 2025. Keep up to date with the important happenings in the Go community in about 15 minutes per week. I'm Shai Ahmad.
And I'm Jonathan Hall. And I'm
Did
so
you ever
confused.
do the morning DJ radio thing?
Was that morning or was that Monday night
KPMG coming to you
announcer?
live.
Yeah.
Hall and the Oats. So right in the morning, giving you all the harsh truths about Rust. Go. Blah, blah, blah.
I think maybe you missed a calling,
voice. Man, I wish I could work at the radio. I actually did real radio work. Have you ever done real radio work?
I don't think so, no.
I've had 4 shows. Let's see if anybody can dig that up. It was when I was 14 for a school project. We did 4 shows on Radio Jerusalem against violence. It was very, very nice.
Nice.
How are you doing? What's that clicking sound I'm hearing?
My fingers are cramping and confused and hitting all the wrong keys. I got this new Kinesis Freestyle Pro keyboard today.
Congrats.
Yeah.
Can you pull it up to the camera? I'll take a screenshot. Oh my God. Very cool.
So I used it for a couple hours and then I went back to my regular keyboard for the live stream I was doing because I didn't want to be fumbling over my keys on live TV or whatever. But I'm back to it again.
In media res. This person doesn't know how to type. It was a rough adjustment. I have the ZSA Moonlander. It was a rough adjustment. They sent me an email. It was crazy. It's called Typing Yoga. I think it's free. I don't think it's just for ZSA customers, which is actually a meditation, online guided meditation session for 10 minutes while typing. It's feel your space key. How does it make you feel? Relax your shoulders, blah, 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 whatever.
My goodness.
And unironically, it was pretty good at easing me into my new keyboard.
So I did consider the Moonlander, and I may consider that yet still in the future. But I debated, should I go all the way to the extreme, or should I sort of do baby steps? And some of the advice I got online was to go to a split keyboard for sure, rather than one of them molded ones, like the Microsoft Ergo keyboard. And if it doesn't make the pain go away, then consider the full upgrade to the ortholinear style and everything.
I will say the one nice thing about the ZSA Moonlander is it's very portable. It has this nice carrying case, so it could help me with it coming to all these meetups that we're about to talk about.
That sounds handy.
And also, unironically, pulling it up at a meetup or a hackathon, at least in San Francisco, is basically the equivalent of showing up with a hot date to the party. All the engineers oh my God, I love your keyboard. Oh my God, can I use like moths to a flame. But what's up with all these meetups?
Yeah, so we have a couple to talk about. The first one is sort of an unofficial one. Well, it's official, unofficial. We've already talked about GopherCon 2025 coming up in New York City. But some of the folks on the channel, some of the listeners to Cup A Go are planning to get together in GopherCon in NYC. So if you are going to be there, check out the thread on our Slack channel, Cup A Go. I'll put a link directly to that thread in the show notes so you can find it easily.
If you do get up to that after party, take a selfie, send it to us on the Gopher Slack.
Looks like there'll be at least 3 folks, I think, have said they're going to be there. So, send us a photo of your Cup A Go after party at GopherCon.
Not this year, but maybe next year. I'll plan my schedule better and I'll go. When is the GopherCon? Just for if people haven't listened to the previous episodes, this is the GopherCon, right? That's the big one.
Yeah, the GopherCon is coming up starting August 26th. So that's right around the corner here, next Tuesday.
Wait, August 26th? No way. Should be pretty cool.
It will already be over by the time you listen to our next episode.
Our next episode, not this one.
Not this one. Unless you listen to this one late, which maybe you do, and welcome. Thanks for listening, even if it's late.
How's Go 128? Tell us if you're listening to this 1.5 years in the future. You know what? I have heard of listeners that actually work through the backlog, which is not how I expected people to consume the show.
I agree, yeah.
But I guess if you give up some people an API, they will find all ways to use it, even if you didn't plan on them. It's like an RSS feed you should subscribe to and listen every week. Oh, I can download any episode whenever I want? All right, I'll listen to it years after. In another big city meetup, I'm planning to host my own meetup. We did this already in San Francisco, and it was actually super awesome. It was at Elastic. Thanks again, Elastic. Not sponsoring this episode, but I mean, they did sponsor that one. So yay, Elastic. So there's the San Francisco meetup. It's going to be somewhere towards the end of September, beginning of October. I don't know yet. And this is a call to action. If you think there's a chance, a remote chance you would show up to that meetup, which is going to include some food in some venue, one Cup of Go episode live recording, and a few other talks, please respond to the poll. I'm going to send like an availability poll to see when people can mostly show up. It's right around, like, it's kind of uncomfortable timing because it's my parents are going to be here in the US, and it's like the Jewish high holidays. So it's just picking which day out of a few days in that month is going to work for you. And then whatever wins the most votes, we're going to try and find a venue. Awesome. So yeah, I'm going to send this link in a few places. You know, my LinkedIn and Go for Slack and in the San Francisco channel and probably the channel for the show as well. If you think you're going to show up, please let me know and we'll make it happen. Also, I need like talks and a venue. I have nothing. I just need the date first and then we'll see what happens.
All right.
And there's another conference that showed up on our Slack.
Yeah, so this new conference, let me just read off the website the part I can. Let's Go Conf 12, 300 lightning talks. There's a bunch of other stuff here that I can't read. Maybe you can?
So not really, but I'll try. There's a listener called Pavel Druzhin who's hosting this Go conference in Moscow in Russia. It's relevant to Russians. I'm trying to learn Russian, so please forgive me, but I'll try. Pavel на нашем Slack канал рассказал меня конференц по Go. About Go, по Go. You got it? Который будет в Москве 12 сентября. Есть все через несколько недель. I'm going to stop here. Sorry, guys. I'm trying. I'm going to stop here. Pavel is hosting a Go conference in Moscow, September 12th. The lineups looks pretty good. Like if you can use like Google Translate to translate it.
Yes, I have.
In true Russian fashion, there's a Telegram channel about the event. If you want to join, I actually joined it, and I see a screenshot from our channel, which is pretty funny. It's like about the 120 to 121 X tools breakage. So nice, it's making the rounds. Yeah. But yeah, the conference looks pretty serious. It's in Moscow, September 12th. The lineup of speakers and the topics looks pretty cool.
There's one talk here I really want to see, except that I want it to be in English. Reducing CGO in the video platform, the path from FFmpeg to Pure Go. I've been working on a project that uses CGO to call FFmpeg, and a Pure Go version would be amazing.
It definitely looks like there's a lot of talks that seem interesting. The program just seems great overall. If you're in the Moscow area around that time, like, be sure to drop by. I don't know if it's relevant to American listeners to get on a plane to Russia right now. I definitely can't. But the conference looks awesome, like politics aside. And Pavel also has like Rust conferences and Python conferences. So it seems like if you want to go to conferences in Russia, if that's your thing, you should probably connect with him. And he's on our Slack, the Cup of Go Slack. So thanks a lot for informing us about this, Pavel. I hope I didn't ruin, like I sent everybody away by saying something wrong. But yeah, spasiba. And I guess tell us how it went.
Awesome.
I was like so excited to do that Russian segment, and now I feel like I've totally butchered it. I guess he'll give me some feedback.
That's all right.
Let's talk about releases.
I want to try to jog your memory a little bit, Shai. Do you remember back in March of last year, we had Grant Nelson on the show?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, we talked. You remember what we talked about?
Yeah, it was like a Gopher.js, Workiva. Wait, I honestly, I'm opening the transcript, but yeah, of course.
Yeah, so we had Grant Nelson on, who was doing some work on Gopher.js, trying to get it updated to support generics.
Yeah, Gopher.js is the compiler from Go to JavaScript.
Right. Yeah. Go to WebAssembly is built into the Go compiler, but Go to JavaScript is a separate project. And I'm excited to announce that just this last week, his work finally came to a point of completion, and Gopher.js 1.19 Beta 2 was released with support for generics. So if you've been waiting for that, and I know a few of our listeners have, very few, but a few of them, generic support is now in Gopher.js. Now we are on the fast track to add support for Go 1.20 and then 1.21 and so on. Hopefully within a few months, we'll be caught up to 1.25. But man, I have to say, this has been, at least for me, several years waiting. I've been waiting several years for this to happen. It's a big step for anybody who's been following Gopher.js.
I even see you approved some of the pull requests. I'm seeing you approving upgrading Node.js from 12 to 18.
That was a big one.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So who is this relevant for?
Also, before I answer that, also since our last conversation with Grant has been made one of the official. Now 3 of us are official maintainers of the Gopher.js project. Ooh. Who's it for? It targets a lot of the same people who might want to use WebAssembly, but it lets you integrate with JavaScript libraries in ways that WebAssembly doesn't. So if you need your Go code and JavaScript code to talk to each other, Gopher.js is probably what you want to be using.
Well, well done, Grant. This seems impossible, basically.
Yes.
It honestly seems like looking at the release notes, like an impossible list of features.
He has done a great job. And I've been doing my best to review his pull requests. Many of them, I don't see anything wrong, but that doesn't mean I understand everything that's happening.
For sure.
So big thanks to Grant for making that happen.
An update on previous news. Do you remember the stricter JSON tag checking thing? The security foot guns?
Yeah,
I'm jogging your memory now.
Mm-hmm.
Blog post version of your knowledge, in a sense.
Oh, okay.
It's from the Trail of Bits blog, and Vesco Franco, I hope I'm saying that correctly, wrote a whole write-up about JSON, JSON v2, XML, and YAML, about like surprising behaviors. So following that discussion, we actually told you about the proposal being opened a few episodes ago. And now it's closed. It's been accepted. And even someone 2 hours ago suggested that they could take it up if no one is working on it yet. Yeah, it's like moving pretty fast, but it's just implementing 2 semgrep rules in the struct tag tool instead. Should make usage of the new JSON thing much safer. And get rid of like real foot guns, which is important. We don't want to shoot our foot. We needed to kick down interpreted languages.
That's a stretch. Nice thinking on your feet there. On your foot?
Yeah, the ones I haven't shot. The ones I haven't shot yet, for sure. Right. So that's the proposal we updated on. Actually, all through from the blog post to the proposal to the acceptance. Now one of y'all need to go implement it. But there's a new proposal you wanted to tell me about, something with errors.
Yeah, there's a couple new ones. Let's start with the errors one. So the proposal, so new is a relative term here. When I say new, I mean it's been recently added to the weekly discussion about features. The proposal itself was created back in 2022 on March 25. So the proposal's been there a little while. But the proposal is to add a new variant of the errors.as function. I don't know how often you use that function. Do you use it very often?
Yeah, like when you need to find like translate errors in the catch thing, right?
Kind of, yeah. So like you have an error and you want to know
want to deduce if this error is of type X, because then you handle it differently.
And then you can like look at maybe the fields of that particular error type or whatever, right?
Normally when I talk with APIs, right, I check if it's HTTP error, and then, if it's 429, I'll just wait for a while and retry it.
Exactly.
If it's a 400, I'll raise it back up. Something like that.
So yeah, it's sort of like a recursive type assertion on the error interface, right? So the proposal is to make a new variant of that that's generics aware. So errors.as takes 2 arguments, the original error and then a pointer to the error target that it would assert into. The proposal is to create a new one that takes a type parameter as a single argument and then returns that in Boolean. So it would just be a little bit, virtually exactly the same functionality, but a little bit more ergonomic way to do it. I kind of like it. They're spelling it in the proposal as error.isa, because obviously they can't use as since that's already been used. Don't know if this is likely to get accepted since it's so close to the existing functionality, but it does have a fair number of comments in the last few days and a bunch of upvotes on the original proposal. So if you feel strongly one or the other, head over there and leave your opinion.
If functionally it doesn't propose anything over what already exists, and it looks the same, like you have to give the custom error and the actual instance anyway, what's the benefit? other than the fact that it's like it justifies generics a little bit. Like you see, we did need it.
I think the annoying thing about the current approach is you have to create this error value that you may or may not use, which I don't think from a performance or operational standpoint it's any different, but like from a code cleanliness standpoint, you have to create this extra thing, and then maybe you use it, maybe you don't. With the new version, you can at least put that in an if block, so you have your error assignment inside of the, I don't remember what they call it, but like the preamble in your if statement, and then the value the new variable value is constrained to that scope. So it's a tiny bit cleaner from a code readability standpoint. That's really the only benefit I can see. Maybe there's some slight performance improvements by not creating that type or that variable when it's not needed. But I don't know that other than how it's implemented under the hood. I can't imagine that being a major consideration.
There is one thing about the error as, which looks weird. You almost never pass to the standard library, like it sort of input-output argument types. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you pass the error, which makes sense, and then you pass the error type, like a reference to the error type, which is super rare for STD stuff. Like I can't think of any other function that looks like this. Now this is an exceptional case. Like you don't do a lot of this reflection-y type work in Go anyway. As always, like I don't know, dealing with errors is not normal flow. So I think I would actually, I'm gonna go ahead and upvote this.
Mm-hmm.
I actually think that looks better. Even just the name. Like I don't care about the generics versus not generics, but errors and then you first put the type and only then the value reads much better which I never, like without reading the documentation, you would never know what it does.
So I'm gonna remember something that I think is an argument for the proposal, and that is that I sometimes get confused about what type of argument to pass as the second argument to errors.as. It's supposed to be a pointer. It's supposed to be a pointer to an error value. But when your error value is a struct, like sometimes I don't know if it needs to be a pointer to the struct or a pointer to the struct. And that kind of depends on how your receivers are set up. So this doesn't have that ambiguity. So that's in my opinion, a bonus that makes it worth voting for.
Cool.
I'm not going to cry if they don't approve it though. It's not that big of a deal.
I like it though. I like that we're trying to improve the language.
Yeah.
Generally, like, oh, we have this new tooling. There is a way to do it. Maybe we can do it better. And now with the modernizer, you know what I mean? Like since you have the modernizer, it's slightly tool, it's slightly less evil to me to suggest improvements that might make the language better, but are not necessarily. Whereas because in a couple of years, everybody's going to run that thing on their code base, and then as long as you don't break the old one, that's fine. It's not that bad to have 2 ways to do things. Maybe 5 ways is not great. Like I would be super happy if we had a new time format in Go. Yes, I'm bringing it up again.
Speaking of GoFix, have you ever run GoFix and noticed that all your references to XNet context disappeared?
No. I've never used XNet context. I just used the context.
You've never used it?
I might have, but my first usage of Go was in an air-gapped environment. So none of the code like made it with me. You know what I mean?
I see.
And all my open source work, like not necessarily open source, but things that happened on the internet are like since 2018-ish, 2019. So I think 2019, like it was just a context package, right?
For those of you who don't remember or who weren't using Go 18 million years ago when this was relevant, x/net/context was the original context package that existed there for, I don't know, a while. And old code, code that predates 2016 will sometimes still reference XNet context. That was sort of their experimental version of it, and then they upgraded it to the standard library. XNet context still exists. The new proposal now is to deprecate that package. And one of the comments in the thread points out that GoFix has already supported this migration for ages, since Go 1.7 probably came out. So it's truly some old code that uses XNet context. I would be happy to see deprecated, although this is another one. I won't cry. I haven't used XNet context in ages either. I've seen it mentioned in some comments and code bases I've been working on lately, but the comments are just outdated comments, as comments tend to become.
What's the implication of making it deprecated?
I think the main thing is that it would cause Go mod to tell you that you're referencing a deprecated package and encourage you to upgrade.
And then if you don't care about it, you can just move on with your life.
You can still ignore it. Yeah.
So what's the benefit is Go team has to maintain less code and they can focus on really important things. And the downside is like there's this one guy with a tinfoil hat unwilling to upgrade beyond Go 1.7.
Well,
who's gonna get a little warning when he does Go mod? I mean, come on, what's the question?
Yeah. So the original proposal was also included to possibly tag and delete the package. I don't think they're actually seriously taking that into consideration, at least not right now. There's no, I see no harm in leaving the package there, but deprecating it would encourage people to upgrade.
I don't think Google is hurting for like server storage space.
No, and the new context package has a bunch of new functionality that could be beneficial that maybe people aren't aware of if they're still using this for some weird reason. So yeah, I don't think it's a big deal.
I'm willing to delete some videos from my Google Photos account if they need space back. And I assume like 1 10-second video that I have of my daughter accidentally picking up the phone and filming the floor is it can have like 1 million of these packages in their server storage.
If you are personally attached to that XNet context package, go speak your mind right now because it's about to be accepted. So
if anybody opposes this, speak now or forever hold your shaw.
That's right.
As mentioned at the top of the show, this show is supported by you. The main way to support the show is directly financially via Patreon. We don't make money off of this, but this does like cost time and money for us to produce. So if you want to support us, the best way to do that is to join our Patreon. We want to re-welcome Jose _D_S for rejoining the Patreon. That's one great way to get your names spoken again. Just cancel and re-add yourself. Please don't do that. If you want to find the link to the Patreon.
But if you do cancel, please re-add yourself.
Yeah, that's right. No, I mean, if you cancel and you can't pay for it, it's fine. This is all just for fun. Like, we do appreciate your support. If you want to find the link to the Patreon or our swag store or the Slack channel where apparently all the action is happening, including hardcore discussions about the Go toolchain being broken and then being fixed again, etc., etc. It's hashtag Cup of Go kebab case with hyphens in the Gopher Slack. Link for that is in our site, cupago.dev. That is cupago.dev. Finally, if you just want to email us, it's news@cupago.dev. Another way to support the show, we don't pay for advertising or pushing the show or anything like that. So it's word of mouth. I've been looking at our analytics as I often do when I tell people about the show. We've been doing pretty well. I'm happy to see the show like making the rounds. You can help us there in 3 ways. Write about it somewhere like LinkedIn, on Twitter, or your blog. Leave a review on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or whatever you use to listen to podcasts. Or just share the show word of mouth, like with a friend or a colleague. That would be great. Thank you so much. Let's run to a quick lightning round. Lightning round.
I have found the greatest library of all time. It is truly the GOAT.
Oh my God.
It is called, drumroll please, GOAT. GOAT is the Go ASCII tool. What GOAT can do for you? It converts ASCII art into SVGs.
Honestly, it's crazy. Like, you look at the examples.
This is pretty amazing.
I'm
imagining, I'm curious how sophisticated this is. Can I convert a mermaid chart into ASCII and then into an SVG?
It sounds like a perfect job for an LLM, but I've tried it and it sucks.
Yeah.
Like, it can't do visual thinking.
No, you're right. Yeah. They're terrible at that.
But the sort of diagrams you can do here are really advanced, way more advanced than Mermaid.
Yeah. Definitely.
You can have all these like super complicated arrows, overlapping line decoration. It's like really unbelievable.
At some point, I'm thinking, like, why would I want to spend so much time doing that much ASCII art? Like, it would be easier to pull this up in an actual GUI tool in some cases. But I love it. It's a great tool.
I think it's just fun. It's I think it's fun. I don't know if it's good, but it's fun. Anyway, and again, it's called Goat, which is great.
It is. Yeah, check that one out. What do you have for us?
Fun with slices. I saw this.
Fun with slices.
You know, these sorts of blog posts where someone is like, I'm new to a thing. I'm just going to play around with it a little bit to learn it. That's how I like to learn things. I admit that recently I've fallen into the trap of having LLMs teach me about things. I'll just like ask an AI, how does X work? Where actually opening up like firing up my terminal and trying it myself would be faster and more educational. So this is the sort of blog post of like someone fired up Go. They just started working with Go. It's from Monique Mudama, and they created a slice and then they appended to that slice. And it's like, oh wait, where do the pointers go? And it's not obvious. It's definitely not on an obvious behavior. It's this like classic LinkedIn. Oh, look at this piece of code. What do you think is going to happen? Blah, blah, blah. Here's the slice and a pointer to the slice and I append to it. Blah, blah, blah. Just a short blog post. I liked it. You can see all the code. If you want to learn how slices work, pretty cool.
Sweet. I think that's it for our show. Thanks for listening.
Yeah. See you next week. And hopefully in San Francisco if you want to join my meetup.
Program exited.
Goodbye.